welcome to Pinetree Line. I'm here reviewing this. This is the KOSPET Tank T3 ULTRA Smartwatch. And this isn't just any smartwatch, this is a rugged smartwatch. Which as an outdoorsman, and that's how I'm looking at this, I want something that's rugged, that can handle what I'm going to put it through. Being in the bush, canoeing, fishing, camping, doing all those kinds of things, I need something that's going to work out there and it's not going to fail me in any capacity, especially in terms of toughness. And this watch has all the features that I would need as an outdoorsman, plus a lot more. All right, so when we're talking tough, we're talking about size being one thing and build quality. So we're looking at a 52.7 millimeter watch face. It is 14.6 millimeters thick. It weighs 81.8 grams. The whole watch itself with the band on, you're looking at 265.2 millimeters long. It's a stainless steel unibody, which is great. The band itself is lightweight silicone, and I can tell you that it is very lightweight. It's stretchy. It's actually quite comfortable. Display material is AMOLED. It has 15 US military standard certifications. You're looking at high temperature storage testing, low temperature storage testing, temperature shock test, contamination by fluids test, sand and dust test, high temperature operating life, low temperature operating life, solar radiation test, vibration test, rain test, salt spray test, low pressure test, fungus test, drop test, and shock test. So it's passed all those and gained certification. It's also IP69K rated, which means it's completely dust proof and can withstand both high pressure water and high temperatures. It has a 5 ATM dive proof water resistant certification, which means you can go into water equivalent to 50 meters of water pressure. With this, along with the IP69K rated, you don't really have to worry too much. You can dive with this, you can swim with this, and there's not going to be an issue with water getting into the watch. We have a rail bed here. It's a lot of rock, heavy duty rock and sand, what have you. I got the watch is still working. It's tracking my walk. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go up to the top of the rail bed. I'm going to toss this down and we'll see what kind of condition it's in after. The reason why we're going to look at the condition is because it's scratch proof to a certain extent. Of course, it's rugged toughness we want to check out. So here we go. All right, here we go. Take the watch off now. There it is, and just gonna give it a toss. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we're dealing with. So, still working. Doesn't look like there's any scratches. Might be a little dirty. Yeah. Awesome. So along with the toughness, you want something that's easy to use, especially if you're a guy like me. I'm not super technical. If you want a more technical review, you can certainly find them out there on YouTube. But basically, there's 4 buttons. There's a select button here, a back button on this side, and an up and down button here. And as soon as you hit the select button, you're going to get into your apps. And that's what we got going on here. And if I want to go back to the home page, so to speak, I can go use my back button and I get back to the watch. If you want to select and you want to use up and down, you can use these buttons to go up and down to look through the apps. Again, if you want to get back to the home page, you can either go back or hit select and it'll take you back to the home page. or the watch face, I guess in this case we'd call it. If you want to use it as a touch screen, which most of us are kind of used to doing these days, if you swipe down, so these are a few of your settings. If you want to go into the remainder of your settings, you can go into here, and this is where you get into some of the other features that the watch has. So swipe up this way, we get our tiles. You got some weather, you got an alarm, my sleep from last night, different workouts, women's health. Again, you can edit all these tiles to do what you want or have what you want to see there. Your heart rate, lots to see in that section. If you swipe this way, this is where you're going to find all your apps. And then if you swipe to the right, you're going to get your notifications showing on this side. Also, if you want to change the watch face, you can just press and hold and just swipe to the right or left, and you can pick a different watch face. And within the different watch faces, you have information. This one has your battery life, your steps, how many calories I burned today. It's early in the morning, I haven't done much. I particularly like this one. This is kind of the one that drew me to the watch, basically because of the color. And on the side of the watch here, there's a nice orange bezel ring, and kind of looks cool in my opinion. If we go into our apps itself, just to give you kind of a general view, we can make a phone call on this. You can go to the keypad, and it actually works quite well, and you can talk through the watch. It has speakers on either side here, one here, there's one here. Daily activity is just going to tell you what you've been doing. So 33 calories burned, 702 steps, 0.51 kilometers. And if I want to show more, I can get more details, just like that. I can always go back. No matter where you are, you can go back or hit select to get back to the watch face. Workout, if you want to do a run, this is going pretty fast. You want to do a walk, outdoor walk, indoor run, cycling, both in and out, pool swim, open water swimming. When you click on these, you're going to go, and then it's going to start giving you information of what you're doing at the time. So this is where the GPS comes in. This has dual band 6 satellite positioning system GPS. So it tracks your walk, your run, and you'll be able to see that while using the app later. So that's pretty cool. It's a record of your workout. You got your heart rate. Currently, my resting heart rate was at 64, but I'm not wearing the watch right now, and it's going to continue to monitor your heart rate at a selected time. You got your sleep, so you can get in there. You can have it set. So I have it set here for bedtime at 10 o'clock, wake up time at 5:45. I mean, you can change all that stuff just to get into your sleep settings and do that, and it'll track your sleep every day. And again, you can check that in more detail on the app. So any of the day-to-day health readings, sleeping, your blood oxygen levels, any of the health stuff is done through this UP60 Bio tracking optical sensor here in the back. And that's up against your skin at all times, and that's what's giving you different readings. Blood oxygen works well. Did test it with a blood oxygen reader we have at work, and it does work perfect. It does measure stress, emotion, so you can operate the music on your phone using your watch. We have voice assistant. We have weather, so you tap on the weather. There's Sudbury, 18 degrees Celsius, and it's giving you more information down here. So as an outdoorsman, weather is very important. We have a compass. Again, another nice feature that as an outdoorsman, you can use a compass a lot. It is accurate. I've measured against my own compass. It works really well. You don't need the app or your phone to be with you to use the compass. It works. We have barometric pressure and altitude. Again, another super awesome feature for an outdoorsman. Gotta like that. We have breathing exercise, notifications again. We have a stopwatch. We have an alarm. We have a timer. So if you want to go on a timer, there's different 1 minute, 2 minute. And then of course you can customize all these. We have a calculator. We have a flashlight. There's your flashlight. Just tap it on and off, and then just hitting the back button. You can find your phone. Women's health, it'll keep track of a woman's menstrual cycle. and then settings, and this is where you can get back into the settings. In the settings, we can change the watch face as I showed before. You can select language. This thing has a ton of different languages. Your display, you know, you can have always on display, which uses more battery life. So if I put that on, it tells you it's once enabled, it's going to shorten battery life. So I'll say yes. Once this thing times out, so that's what you're left with, always on display. And depending what watch face you're using, it's going to leave, in this case, it's analog hands. If it's digital, you'll see a digital time, always on display. Display and brightness, again, I got a maximum display. Raise to wake, which means when you raise your arm and you want to check your time. Also tap to wake. Switch watch faces upon raising. That's a kind of quirky feature that will switch watch faces every time. So you can keep a variety there if that's something you want to do. Sound and vibration, themes, password, time and date, do not disturb. You can change the keys to do different things. You have your app, which is the KOSPET Fit. And when you get into the app, it's going to track a bunch of different stuff. This is my health stuff. This is my heart rate, my sleep. So if you get into the sleep, you can get a more detailed look at my sleep from last night or any day or week or month. It'll give you the stats for that. If you go down to sports, depending what your sports management, it'll keep record of your different sports. In your device, this is the current device. If I want to go in the watch face gallery, I can do that. And I can pick. So these are always on display faces, so you can have custom ones. But if I wanted to go into a different dial, they come in different fashion art, illustration, hand-drawn, business dial, mechanical dial. So I can click on more, and it's going to populate the area, and I am going to just select this one. So I'm going to select download and use. And right now it's syncing with my watch, as you can see here. And we're almost done. Yeah, so 100% synced. Now that's my new watch face. Find your watch, I can click that. All right, so we found that. You can turn that off. Different settings you can do in here, phone notifications, health monitoring, any updates. You can go to firmware update. You can check for updates. You can receive notifications. You'll get notifications from different messaging services like Messenger, WhatsApp, Snapchat, what have you, or different notifications from different apps you might be using on your phone. You have to have it on in here in order for you to receive the notifications on the watch itself. So if you're looking for a smartwatch and you're a guy like me who's not super smart in terms of technology and stuff, and you're going to spend a lot of time in the outdoors, this might be a really good option for you. Fairly cost effective against more expensive watches. If you look at the Apple Watch, their rugged version, it's super expensive. This thing runs about $208 Canadian. I got a little discount for you. Check in the description and it'll get it to like about 192 bucks Canadian. And realistically, it has all the sport features you'd want, features that I think are important for an outdoorsman, which is durability, toughness, water resistance. You got the compass, you got the barometer, you got the tracking modes with the GPS, and you got a lot of fitness stuff. You can keep an eye on your blood oxygen level and your heart rate and stuff like that. I think that stuff, you know, anybody can be using that kind of stuff. You don't have to be an athlete to be using that. So don't have a smartwatch myself, so I'm really super happy to have one now that I can actually use and actually use all the time and wear every day and not have to switch out watches because I'm going to the outdoors. I'll have links in the description for the watch and a discount code if you're interested. I think it's good value for what it is, and it's something I would use and I'm going to use and I'm using. So yeah, I recommend it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.